if you believe that at the end of this life we just go out like a candle, well then why not eat, drink and be merry, for tomorrow there's nothing further. Why not? You see, our way of behaving in the present is determined by what we believe to be our ultimate destiny. The good nuns who tried to keep myself and my sisters on the straight and narrow path showed us pictures of souls burning in hell, just to warn us about what might happen if we didn't conduct our lives properly, by fear, because perhaps they really believed that if an individual did behave badly, he would burn forever and ever. And similarly, if you behaved properly, you would go and sit by the right hand of God, and so on. Our behavior now determines, our beliefs now determine how we behave, because of what we believe is to be our future and our destiny. Now we, as students of the ancient wisdom, we have to study what do we believe is the destiny of a human being. If we remember the waves and the ocean, or the teaching of yoga, it is, in short, to know our real nature, to know what we are, not to be told because it's in a book. The books say, the ancient scriptures say, man is divine. But do we know that? Do you feel divine, Charles? Oh, you see, well, you see, the goal is to know what we are told in experience, to know in experience what we know intellectually, or what we believe. We are told in the scriptures, thou art that. You are yourself that ultimate reality. You are that. And you ought to know it, and you can know it. In other words, this third aspect of the teaching is there is a way to knowledge. There is a way to, it's sometimes called self-realization, which means to realize what we are, to come to know in experience what we are. There is a way. But of course, in all things in life, there are conditions to be fulfilled. You can't just say, I want to know. And one of those conditions I have referred to already when I said, who shall ascend unto the hill of the Lord? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart. So we begin with the basic morality of the commandments. In our system, we are taught of the 10 commandments. In the Buddhist system, you have the five rules of conduct. In the yoga system, you don't begin yoga, at least a lot of yoga classes do, begin with asanas. They begin with the postures. But that isn't the beginning of yoga. The beginning is yama and niyama. And yama and niyama means the prohibitions and the things that you must do. Prohibitions. Thou shalt do no hurt. The very first thing in the yoga system. Thou shalt do no hurt. And then you have the things that you must do. That is set out in the 5 and 5, and all the religions have an ethical code which is the beginning. I call, this is my own view, my personal view, that ordinary religion, the religion of popular dissemination, is the nursery of future realization. It is the nursery, it is the beginning. It is where we learn the elementary lessons. But we don't stay there. It is for children. We're not intended to remain as children. We have to become teachers. And teachers have to know through direct experience. Sooner or later, they must set themselves on the path in order to serve future generations of children, or children in the spiritual sense. So all that is present in that first sentence of Huxley. And in the rest of the book he elaborates, expanding, explaining, and selecting some wonderful quotations from all these varied sources. So that is what I mean by the hidden teaching beyond yoga. The yoga that we know about superficially is only the tip of the iceberg, shall we say. It is only the simplest form of a great and profound philosophy that goes back into the mists of time and that is found everywhere. Now,